We up and running? Cool. Alright. So, what's going on, everybody? How we doing? Fix this up a little bit. Look, today, let's start with what's today. Today is June 29th. It is a Monday. We're in the daytime, Alright, so I saw a video. I don't know if you guys ever seen Borat. I saw a video. The dude who plays in Borat, I believe his name is like Sasha something Cohen, something like that. This dude is at a rally, a Republican rally, and he is basically saying the most racially charged stuff in this song, and I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Like, he infiltrated it. He'd had a disguise. I mean, it was amazing. It was amazing. I'm going to see if I am able to insert this video so that you guys can watch this video. It's about, I think it's about, 8 minutes long, more or less. I thought it was hilarious. I was crying. It was hilarious. This dude really had them out here just saying some of the most outlandish stuff. Stuff that you would never expect someone to be able to say. He just was getting them charged up, and it's like, yo, this is hilarious. This is amazing. Just straight art.
Obama, what we gotta do? Inject him with the Wuhan flu. Inject him with the Wuhan flu. Let's hear it. Hillary Clinton, what we gotta do? Lock her up like we used to do. Lock her up like we used to do. Let's do that one more time. I'm gonna say it and you say it. Ready? Okay, this is the chorus. I'm gonna say 1, 2, and you're gonna say inject him with the Wuhan flu. You ready? Here we go. Obama, what we gonna do? Inject him with the Wuhan flu. Inject him with the Wuhan flu. Come on. Hillary Clinton, what we gonna do? Lock her up like we used to do. Like we used to do. Let's talk about Fauci. Fauci don't know his head from his ass. He must be smoking grass. We got knocked down by a flu. I ain't lying, it ain't no jokes. Corona is a liberal hoax. Corona is a liberal hoax. What we gonna do then? Dr. Fauci, what we gonna do? Inject him with the Wuhan flu. Inject him with the Wuhan flu. Come on. WHO, what we gonna do? Chop them up like the Saudis do. Chop them up like the Saudis do. What we gonna do to WHO? We're gonna inject them with the Wuhan flu? Or chop them up like the Saudis do? Okay, let's hear. Who wants to inject them with the Wuhan flu? Who wants to chop them up like the Saudis do? Chop them up like the Saudis do. Okay, you ready? WHO, what we gonna do? Chop them up like the Saudis do. WHO, what we gotta do? Chop them up like the Saudis do. WHO, what we gonna do? Now, ladies, let's hear the ladies. Hold on. Ready? Here we go. WHO, what we gonna do? Come on, ladies, what happened to the whole Me Too era? Let's hear you shout. WHO, what you gonna do? Can't hear you, girls. Saudis do. Come on, ladies, now. Dr. Fauci, what we gonna do? Chop them up like the Saudis do. Chop them up like the Saudis do. Let's hear for the guys now, okay? So let's see if you're louder than the girls. Here we go. WHO, what we gotta do? Chop them up like the Saudis do. WHO, what we gotta do? Chop them up like the Saudis do. WHO, what we gonna do? Can the WHO, what we gonna do? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What we gonna do to Fauci? Jump him up. Here we go. You ready for that one? USA is the best. We don't need no COVID test. You're not gonna take away my rights. I don't care about your race. Take that mask off for your commie face. Take the mask off your commie face. Liberals, liberals, what we gonna do? Inject them with the Wuhan flu. Liberals, what we gonna do? Can you hear? Liberals, what we gotta do? Inject them with the Wuhan flu. Inject them with the Wuhan flu. Mask wearers, what we gonna do? Inject them with the Wuhan flu. Mask wearers, actually, shall we lock them up? Shall we lock them up like we used to do? Let's see. You wanna lock them up like we used to do? Or do you wanna inject them with the Wuhan flu? Wuhan flu or lock him up? Okay, mask wearers. Mask wearers, what you gonna do? With the Wuhan flu. Inject them with the Wuhan flu. Mask wearers, what you gonna do? Okay, let's see what you think about the fake news media. Over there. CNN, they spread fake news. They controlled by the you-know-who's. George Soros and his Nazi friends. Anderson Cooper is a liar. Straight the panties, they are on fire. His panties, they are on fire. Okay, CNN. CNN, what we gonna do? CNN, what we gonna do? Okay, journalists, shall we chop them up like the Saudis do or inject them with the Wuhan flu? Let's try and chop them up like the Saudis do. Okay, here we go. Ready, here we go. Journalists, what we gonna do? Chop them up like the Saudis do. Journalists, what we gonna do? Chop them up like the Saudis do. Journalists, what we gonna do?
Chop them up like the Saudis do.
Chop them up like the Saudis do. The ones who make this disease are the snake-eating Chinese. This is why Asians have small feet. Made it in a sushi factory, then put it on ships to you and me. Put it on ships to you and me. Sushi eaters, what we gonna do? Inject them with the Wuhan flu. Inject them with the Wuhan flu. Chinese people, what we gonna do? Nuke them up like in World War II. Nuke them up like in World War II. So I'm gonna say, Chinese people, what we gonna do? You can say, nuke them up like in World War II. Chinese people, what we gonna do? Nuke them up like in World War II. Chinese people, what we gonna do? Nuke them up like in World War II. Nuke them up like in World War II. I can hear, let's hear the ladies there. Chinese people, what you gotta do? Nuke them up like we used to do. Nuke them up like we used to do. Chinese people, what we gonna do? Nuke them up like we used to do. Nuke them up like... Now, are you fans of Bill Gates? Like it? I hate Bill Gates, let's turn him off. His business is Microsoft. He wants to inject us with microchips. Scientists don't say what's true. They don't love the red, white, and blue. They don't love the red, white, and blue. Bill Gates, what you gotta do? Inject them with the Wuhan flu. Wuhan flu. like the Chechens do. Feed them to the bears like the Chechens do.
Here, let's go.
That I took down. Let me look here. Hope everybody's, staying safe during this whole pandemic. Please do your due diligence. Don't be those people that's like, oh, this is fake. Oh, who cares? Oh, like, let's not do that. Rest in peace, Fred the Godson. Like, come on. So we've had there's been a lot of stuff going on, to be honest with you. There's been a lot of stuff going on. With the pandemic, that's something that's been that's shaking up the country. People are still trying to say that it's not real. There was an article that said where Donald Trump goes, if they stop testing people, the cases will stop going up. That's our president. So, guys, just take the precautions. Now, I don't know if you guys heard, in NASCAR, there's a gentleman by the name of Bubba Wallace, and he is a black race car driver. And while they found in his garage that there was a noose in his garage. It was they don't know who did it, but NASCAR is not a very popular sport in the black community, but they definitely showed camaraderie. Like, they definitely showed that they were behind their fellow brother when it comes to the race car thing, when it comes to NASCAR. And they rallied behind him. They marched behind him. They pushed his car. I believe they pushed his car, to some starting point, on the track. Like, it was, they came together to let Bubba Wallace know that, like, this is unacceptable. Like, we don't accept this. We're here for you. We don't like that. This has happened. So, yeah, I want to commend the drivers for coming and helping out Bubba Wallace during this time and showing that they support him. Just give me a second. Get some water. Yeah. All right. Now, there was they had a what do you call it? They had a segment, and this was called. It was on White America, Racism and Inequality. So, a news anchor by the name of Tony DeCopel went around a town, predominantly white town, and asked. He asked them, "How do you feel about racism and equality?" And it was interesting to see these white Americans talk about racism, and some of them was in denial. One was saying, how, like, some blacks were, like, intelligent, and it was just very sad to see. And one guy, so Tony DeCopel went over, and he asked a fellow white man, "Do you think that your skin color, you got privilege because that you're white?" And he said, "Yeah." And then the person he asked, the individual he asked, the white dude, returned that question to Tony DeCopel and asked him, like, "Do you?" And Tony DeCopel said, "Yeah." He said, "Yes, I benefited. He definitely benefited from his skin color." And they were talking about how if it wasn't for a white man asking these questions, and it was a black man or a black person doing it, how it was going to end up, and they agreed that definitely if Tony DeCopel did not ask these questions, it would have been a different reaction. It definitely would have been a different reaction because they would have been like, they probably would have felt like, I can't, like if I say I am, or if I don't give the right answer, this black person is going to react, and it's going to be a big thing, right? So they, I know we've been talking about, if you guys been paying attention, there's been a lot of talk in the NBA, and one of the players by the name of Kyrie Irving is not only trying to opt out of playing this season, but he's also trying to gear up a players-owned league. So he's trying to have it where it's like the athletes, like the basketball players, pretty much are the ones who are the basketball league that they're playing in. Right now, it's pretty much you have these owners who really don't care about anything that's going on. They don't really relate to the black plight or any issues like that. So now, majority, if you look at it, majority of the athletes, especially in basketball, are all black, are all African American. So if you have these players who are dealing with these things, and these owners who don't relate at all, could care less, because it doesn't really affect them. The only time they pay attention to these things is when their money is affected. So Kyrie Irving is trying to spearhead this, and I think it's a good idea. As far as I don't think nothing's perfect though. So I do feel as though, like, if they have a players-owned league, I feel like certain people's gonna feel like they're shorted, or it's gonna be some behind-the-scenes things that we're definitely gonna see, especially when money's involved. Especially you got people who are bigger names and more powerful, so it's gonna be some issues. But I agree with Kyrie Irving as far as the league right now is not the important thing. Now my thing is that it comes to monetary, financial. I'm pretty sure there's some athletes who are financially in a tough spot right now. I'm pretty sure there's some athletes who they need some sort of stream of income, and they can't really sit out. They don't really have the ability to just be like, let's sit out this season. They don't have that ability to do that. But because of the injustice, because of the whole thing with George Floyd and all these things that happened, I understand, because we so many times these things have happened, and I don't think we've given it the ample time to deal with it, man. Like, we just kind of like, I still think that what happened in Florida in that school where those children had to deal with the shooting and killing, like we it's like as if like people forgot about that these children marched and they shut down the city, like they shut down the capital, so that's what I feel happens. Now we have this brother who died, and I don't want us to just kind of let our foot off the gas. I don't want us to take our foot off the gas, So let's make sure we stay on it. Do what you're supposed to do. Call your higher ups. Let's get that. Yeah, let's stay on that. All right. That's basically my spiel for the day. We go from there, man. Everybody, please stay safe. Masks, gloves, distance yourselves. Don't try to be too cool. Don't think because you don't see the thing, you could just go out here and do whatever the heck you want to do. And if you want to do whatever the heck you want to do, keep that over there. Because that's not gangster to just be walking around and just, you act like you can't hear the person talking through their mask. Like, you can hear a person. You can hear them. They talk to you, you could definitely hear them. It's just something you haven't you've never dealt with. But that's what comes with discipline. That's what comes with self-control and self-preservation. This is a self-preservation kind of situation right now. All right? Peace.